if you're giving someone advice, the thing about giving advice is if you're giving it out, it's either something that you've been through before in life so you can understand it, or you need to look at that advice and 9 times out of 10 apply it to your own life and see if it fits, because whether we like to believe it or not, life is interconnected, and what you go through, most individuals go through something similar to where they can relate some aspect of what you're saying to them or not. The point of that is, the other day I was giving someone some advice, and I had to look at myself and relate it to myself. The advice that I was giving them was, you know, they were telling me about something that they say they overanalyze things, and with that being said, they felt like overanalyzing was a curse. I told them it can be a curse if you look at it. It's all in the way that you look at things, and really, if it's something that's different about you, you know, so you overanalyze stuff, you look at it as a curse because of the way that you use the things that you're overanalyzing. Whereas being an analytical individual is not necessarily a bad thing. Really, if you have an analytical mind, that's a gift. That's a gift that God gave you, and you just have to twist it and use it as such. So it's a strength of yours because not everybody has an analytical mind. So if it's something that you have that everyone else doesn't have, that's not a curse. It's just you allow it to be a curse because of the way that you look at what you were given. You have to pay attention to it, and you know, instead of looking at analyzing things as a bad thing, really if you analyze stuff, that's a good thing, because it keeps you, because once you do take action, you've already thought of the possible scenarios because you're so analytical, and now your success may not be guaranteed, but you have probably have a higher probability rate of success than anybody else because you've analyzed what you're about to do. And with that being said, it made me question myself and some of the gifts that I have. So one of the gifts that I really feel like, one of the things that I've looked at in my life as a curse really is a gift, and it's a strength of mine. So I have to develop it and look at it in the right light. And really, the way that I looked at it has caused me probably a good deal of hardships in my life because I was trying to avoid it and looking at it in the wrong way. And that gift that I feel like is just the ability to love my fellow man. And really, I have more love probably than, I'm not even saying that I should, than the average individual. And with that being said, that's why everybody that I talk to, I genuinely have a unique relationship with almost any and everybody that I associate with, and it's based upon the amount of love and respect that I have for just the human beings. And like I said, I got to a point where I felt like it was a curse because when you do have that love and it's not returned, it hurts. So, you know, instead of continuing to be the individual that I was as a child, I changed and got to a point where I felt like I just wasn't gonna show love to anybody, and that's where I was at, and that's where I was at for a long period of time in my life, and it like I said, it shaped my life in a very negative manner, I should say. But I'm not gonna look at it as a negative thing. It's just a learning experience. So with that being said, I've gotten to like I said, me offering this advice to a friend of mine gave me the presence of mind to pay attention to my life and see, well, okay, that's not a bad thing. It's not a curse. It's all in how, if I'm going to tell them it's how they look at what they were given, that means I got to look at how I look at what I was given. And one of the things that I was given was an ability to have an open heart for those around me. So, like I said, really, I'm just illustrating the point that if you have something that separates you from the rest of the world, and even though it may seem like a curse to you because it causes you pain, because it makes you so much different than everybody else, look at it a little more in depth, because it might not actually be a curse. It might just be the way that you're looking at what you were given. With that being said, man, just you know, look at yourself, analyze yourself, and see what it is, and instead of looking at whatever it was that you were given as a curse, maybe a blessing in disguise, man. Check it out. Check yourself out. See what's up.